Okay, so you've now found some commentaries to work with. How do you get the answers to all those questions that are asked in the assignment? Well, for the purpose of this, because it's easier to look at, I have two commentaries in the EBSCOhost electronic book collection up here. One is the Oxford Bible Commentary, and I'm going to assume that I'm right looking for something about John 3:16. Well, one of the questions is, how old is this commentary? Now, the tradition in publishing is on the page after the title page, here's the title page, I find the publication information. Now, this is the publication information. Its copyright is 2001, first published in 2001, published in paperback 2007. So it is 17 years old. In terms of biblical study, that's new. The Bible's been the same for a couple of millennia. Study does progress, and we don't want to be stuck with centuries old material, but I'm going to say really anything after, I'll say 1960 is a fairly recent commentary. But if you're really looking for cutting edge stuff about what's been going on in archaeology, the latest discoveries, well, then you got to go with the last 10 years. But this is a pretty new piece. Okay, I want to know about the author. Now, this is a commentary on the whole Bible. And over here in the table of contents, I've got a list of contributors. To write a book this big, it takes all of these men and women. That is a big list of names. But what I want to know, if I'm writing about John 3:16, is who wrote about John 3:16. Usually the way you find that out is you go over here to the table of contents and you click on the Gospel of John. And here it is, chapter 60 in this book, John, written by Renee Kiefer. That's the author. Now, sometimes a big commentary like this, where it has a list of contributors that'll have a little bit of information about each one. This had very little information on Renee Kiefer. And Renee can be a men's or a woman's name, so I'm not even sure if it's, well, it's Professor Renee Kiefer, so I still don't know if it's a man or a woman. I was going to say Mr. Kiefer, Mrs. Kiefer, I don't know. But all I know so far is that he or she is a professor at the University of Uppsala. Now, I haven't done this to show you through it, but I can go to Google and I can just search Renee Kiefer. I can look for a University of Uppsala website, hopefully it's in English, and see many times there'll be a biography or have accomplishments of their faculty there. Now, you won't hear professors saying this very much, but this is a good use of Wikipedia. It seems like everybody has a Wikipedia page these days. If Renee Kiefer has a Wikipedia page, you can, for this assignment, you can find out enough to find out who Renee Kiefer is. But a Google search, Wikipedia, or the university website where the author works. So that's the date and the author. Then we want to do a little analysis of the text itself. So I go to John, I click on John, and as I've said in another video, commentaries are organized around the text of the book. So there's chapter 1, verses 19 through 34. I want to go down until there's chapter 2. I have a little complaint with this, that like a dictionary, they often put the what chapters are being covered on the page at the top of the page. They didn't do this on this. But 1 through 21, so that's where I find 3:16. It will be in this information, which is double column, so it goes down to there and picks up here. And I don't see any specific references to verse by verse, so I have to read through that whole thing to find Well, here in verse 16, we have a kind of gospel in miniature where Jesus' death is combined with God's love for humanity in order to give it eternal life. So there's the commentary on verse 16. So you read through this and you answer the questions. So that's finding the information in that one. Now here's the IVP Bible background commentary on the New Testament. So on this one copyright, I'll click there. What's the copyright on this one? Where is it? It's hiding from me. There we go. All right. Second edition, copyright 2014, first edition 1993. Now, when there's an edition, that means it's been updated. So effectively, this is a 2014 commentary because an edition means he did some updating. It's been revamped. It's renewed. Be careful. Many publishers republish commentaries that are so old they aren't under copyright anymore. The two that I run into all the time are Jameson, Fawcett, and Brown. That's from the 1800s. And then Matthew Henry. That's from the 1700s, 1600s. Matthew Henry lived a long time ago. Matthew Henry isn't really helpful at all. Jameson, Fawcett, and Brown is okay, but it doesn't have the latest developments. So 2014, this is a pretty new commentary. What about the author? Well, I looked at this before, so I know that this time the about the author is down here at the bottom of the book. So I can go there, and they gave me a little bit of a biographical note there, and he's at Asbury Theological Seminary, so if I want more information, I can try the Asbury website or Google search Wikipedia again. And when I want to look up my verse, I want to read the section, see what's there to help me. Here's the Gospel of John. It is again organized by the chapters and verses of the Gospel of John. And still in chapter 1, 2, sorry for the slow pace. But here's chapter 3. And this one breaks down, you see here's 3:1, 3:2. So this one has smaller sections. So 16 through 18, here is the section I'm going to want to read about John 3:16, and then write my evaluation of how much this helps me. There's some work there, but don't make it bigger than it is. That's where you find the information for the assignment.